All right, we got a bottle right here. Can't tell how old it is. It looks melted, maybe? I don't know. Let's see together. No. Holy cow, it's a camel. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon. Today I got my friend Randy out with me that you see behind me, and we're in a local creek searching for valuable antique bottles. So y'all hang in there and let's see what we can find. We've had a ton of rain, and today is the first day that the water's actually got back to a point to where we can really see the bottom. So fingers crossed, let's see what we can come up with. Let's see what he's got. He thinks he sees one. Let's see what you got. Can you pull something good out within the first 5 minutes? Oh no, that is a hutch though. No way.
Not first.
Dude, that's an Opelika. Opelika hutch. Hey, I told you I'd put you on a hutch today, didn't I?
Yeah, all right, let's go.
Congratulations. I know it's got the bust in the back, but the display side is perfect.
Oh.
So there's your circle slug side on that side.
Perfect.
Dude.
Perfect.
So what does it say? It says Opelika Bottling Works, Opelika, Alabama. So 5 minutes and we got a hutch.
5 minutes. Let's see what the next 5 minutes.
Hey, I'm not gonna be able to beat him out of this creek now, am I? Nope. That's awesome. There we go right there. There is a nice elk calf. Well, we're off to a good start, guys. I'm excited for Randy. We've been talking for a long time. We actually met through my channel and we got to talking. Come to find out he worked at a place that my company used to sell stuff to, and we went over and I got some business working with Randy over at his day job and my day job. And he said, man, I've never found a hutch. I said, well, let me see if I can put you on one. I was like, I got a couple of places. So we started him off right. Even though it has some damage, that's something that I've never found before. There's a bottle right there while we're talking. Looks like the top's gone. We're gonna go in after it. That is a Pat D from Birmingham. Not super old, but it sure does seem like a whole lot of stuff is washed out, guys. Very excited about this. All right, we got a broke one right down here. We're gonna go in and see what it is though. It was a Grapico. Sadly, it's got extensive damage on it. That one was from Birmingham, Alabama. That would have been a nice 20s bottle. Nothing like that 1890s bottle that Randy found over there. But I'm getting closer. Can't let him beat me at my own game today. I got to find a hutch too. Getting him to wash it out a little bit for y'all. Or you get a better shot of it. Sadly, you know, the only thing that let the stopper out of that was that back corner, or it would have had the stopper in it too. So my question is, Randy, when did you plant that there? Because I mean, you know,
I've just been playing about creeks and stuff all this time. Took me 2 years to set this up, but you know.
Hey, at the end of the day, though, I think it was probably well worth the wait. Is that a bottle? That's a stick, isn't it? Yeah, that's a log. That's one of those shin kickers. You kick that thing and you don't know what happened. That's the bad part about water. You can't see the bottom in. Thankfully here it's pretty clear. But sometimes if you're in a really bad spot, I figured out you got to shuffle your feet. It's kind of like being in the Gulf of Mexico in July. If you don't want to stand on a stingray, you shuffle your feet as you walk. Well, here, if you don't want to kick a log, shuffle your feet a little bit slower. Let's see what you got. Oh, cracked down the front. Nice Pioneer.
Too short for the glass.
Yeah, you were pretty close though.
Too close to be polished.
If I had to guess, that one probably rolled out of the bank right there.
I've been watching the back end.
Some fisherman or some miner was sitting up there, you know, 120 years ago and said, I'm through with this soda, and off in the water it went. That's a little loud. It's like I told Randy, today we're chasing the sun. Your sun is like your biggest advocate when it comes to peering through the water. If it's a cloudy day, I would say that it probably lessens your chances by about 50%. So we knew that if we walked in this direction, the sun would be directly overhead. we're gonna turn around, and when we walk back, the sun will expose even more of the creek bed to where we can see even better. So there's a little bit of method to our madness. When we got started, he said, how do you want to work this? I said, well, I'll take the left side of the creek, you can take the right, and then on the way back, we'll both walk the middle. That makes it where we cover the entire creek efficiently. I'm gonna put the camera under for a second. Y'all take notice of the bottom and how much it's moving just with a little bit of current we have now. Now imagine this creek being 6 foot higher and how much more it would move. But like I said, look at the bottom, look at the sand and how much it's moving. Oh, look way over there, you can see Randy. This stuff's deeper than what you can tell in the videos a lot of times. He's right up to the edge of his waders. I got a few inches on him in height. At least he's got a good rake to lean on. That helps tremendously to have something to lean on to keep from falling. Check out this little top that Randy just pulled out. He said, I got a top, and I thought he was talking about a mason jar lid. That's not what that is. I don't know for sure what kind of jar that would have went on. I imagine it may have had a wire flip lip, but I'm not for sure. It's got nice pressure cracks from the age though. Still amazing to me that this stuff can survive in a creek for that long. You know, that thing probably started way up there someplace before it made it here.
It's been rolling for years. It's still intact.
Well, what do you think after watching the videos for many years? Now that you're out here in the water, what do you actually think about the spot? Is it what you pictured, or is it different?
Well, it's already turned out more hutches than I've ever found. Well, I have never actually been in a creek this wide, though, and where I usually walk a creek too much narrow. And
yeah.
This is, of course, there's so much more history around here too.
Well, it's
more population to.
Well, it's one of those things where the creek was just the lively point of a lot of areas. It was either the source where the kids went and played at, or it was the place where people went fishing, or it was the place where they actually got the water for the town at the turn of the century, or they even put the dumps along the creeks like I've talked about in previous videos. So you got to think about the chances of something being in a creek that's old and significant is far greater. Now, I do have a lot of people that are in the north talk about how trashy our creeks are compared to theirs, and I've got to say, even driving up north, even the sides of the roads up there are much cleaner than down here. And sadly, I think that it's probably the way that people have been raised for generations of burning their trash in their backyard, or
yeah.
It's pretty sad, but at the same time, it makes it where we find some really cool stuff.
See, it's right there.
All right, so Randy, you're my witness. This thing looks like it's gonna come out clean.
It's clean, sitting right on top.
I can see.
Oh yeah, oh.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Look at that, it's like a Pioneer.
Beautiful, yep, Pioneer
Right.
Coca-Cola. And because Randy don't have one, this one's going home with Randy.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Randy doesn't have one of these. Now here's the thing. You ain't even got to clean it.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And these are the kinds of bottles, like I said, you just don't find in my area of the state. At least I haven't had any luck yet. So
Well, you got one now, so he gets to take that one home with him. That was right on top of the ground, crystal clean.
Beautiful.
There again, I have people every week. You fake this stuff, you put it there. And I love having people like Randy, who's never been out with me before, go out with me and be a witness to the findings.
Absolutely.
It just makes it where you're all that much more plausible.
I've walked plenty myself, and I find them the same way. Sometimes they're just laying like that. We were talking about earlier. I stepped on the last one I found, which was an AB beer, old AB beer.
It's just crazy. I don't understand why people don't understand that when a bottle's buried, moss doesn't grow on it. And then once the rain comes through and it washes it from the bottom, this sand acts like a natural media, and it tumbles it and cleans the bottle all at the same time. And that's why I showed you a while ago the clip of the water and underneath how fast the dirt and the silt on the bottom is moving right now. That's because of how, I don't know what the CFS is, how fast the water's running through here, but you could lean back into some of this water right now and it'll stand you up.
Oh yeah, I had a bit of trouble. I wasn't going to scream out like I couldn't handle it, you know. That macho thing going on, but
it was a
spots in this creek that are
pretty swift. They're pretty swift. I see a turtle over here. It's the first one of the day. He looks like a big guy. Let's see if he'll fall off that bank or if he's just going to chill and wait on me to get over here to him. He's like, man, leave me alone. I'm in the sun. I'm chilling. All right, we got a bottle right here. I can't tell how old it is. It looks melted, maybe. don't know. Let's see together. No. Holy cow, it's a camel.
What is it?
It's a camel.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Holy cow. We were just talking about that, like literally. But this is the crown top. There's another bottle right here. Let's see what that one is. Oh, come on. Okay, that's just a Pat D. Let's set the Pat D down. That's my very first camel that's complete. It's a crown top camel. Camel Bottling Works from Bessemer, or from Birmingham. See the camel on it?
Look at that.
Holy cow, that one's been in there and was exposed, but apparently we've been overlooking it. This is one that was in the sun. So that tells me that all of last year, more than likely with that amount of moss growing on it, we've been walking right over top of it thinking it was a rock.
Well, I just did too, apparently.
Yeah, we swapped sides walking back. I went where Randy was.
No, he's going to find one. I got to go over here and find one on this side.
Yeah, check out the camel though. That is, I'm excited about that just because y'all know that I love pictorial stuff. But for two, I've never found one. So that's a, that was a bucket list item for me. We were just having a conversation earlier about camels and how I'd found a bunch of halves, but I've never found a single hump. The single hump is the rarest. This is a double hump. But man, that is super cool, guys. I don't even have one of these in my collection currently. So there we go. I'll tumble that one out. And in a few days, have a beautiful bottle. No chips, no cracks. Look at that Randy just picked up. That is a ACL Dad's Root Beer. And what's amazing is that was covered with water. And for that color label to still be intact, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Can't tell sadly where it's from. The back panel where the town would have been is gone, but that's pretty cool. I think you could probably clean that up decently if it doesn't just rub off.
Look good on the windowsill.
Yeah, no doubt. It's clean too. Another clean one. You see it, Randy?
Not from this angle.
It's so clear you can look right through it. Now it may be modern.
I see it now, yeah.
It's embossed. Oh, a Raiola. Man, look at that.
That was really clean.
Golly.
Nicer than the other one.
Golly, that's super nice. I'll tell you what, I got two of these too. Take that one with you.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, man. You're my guest today.
I will stop right up here and feel bad about taking them for a little bit.
No.
It'll go for it.
Also, that'll go good on your shelf. That's a cool shoulder script. Most of these, the more common ones, actually have Raiola down here. And there's actually a really rare one that's in a circle slug that's from the early 20s. And I've only ever found a piece of the circle slug one. But that's a really, really cool bottle. And that's in phenomenal shape. The two that I've got, I actually had to tumble to get them clean.
That looks great. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's two that we've got in this little bitty stretch right here. I told myself, I said, I'm going to go up under that bush over there and just look and walk slowly because we were about to get out. But man, today, and that's the first time, by the way, I've ever found a Raiola in a creek.
Really?
I've only ever dug them before. So, Randy, you're going to have to come back out with me. If I believed in luck, you would be a good luck charm. Good thing I don't believe in it though, huh? Guys, I'd say we had a pretty stellar day. We started off the day with that Opelika hutch that says Opelika Bottling Works. And that's a phenomenal bottle in itself. I know it had some damage, but as you can see, it's going to display super nice. That camel was a real shocker for me. I've only ever found pieces of those. Clayton dug a hutch variant. These are really hard to come by. That's probably 1905. I would imagine this is probably 1890s to 1905 as well. Right there at the end of the day, we pulled out that Raiola in the Cocolula. I've dug these before, but never found one in a creek. And you know, I find these pretty often. So both these are extremely clean. Must have been buried and the floods exposed them. That's what I was telling Randy. You can see the rust spot right inside of the lip right there. That's not something that you can fake. You can't just make that rust appear in the bottle. This one right here though, that's a great looking bottle. Both of them were tumbled in the sand for him, so he'll take him home, give him a quick rinse and put them on his shelf. Well, I had a good time, man. Did you get soaking wet over there?
A little bit. Down low, I'm okay. Nothing I won't clean up.
Well, we had a good time, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, we'll catch you guys in next week's adventure.